Good day, viewers and listeners. Welcome once again to Salida Teleradyo of La Filipina National High School. I am your teacher host, Sir Ariel Gratela, and today we will learn many things about frequency distribution table. Lesson in Mathematics 7, Quarter 4, Module 3. Are you all ready? Let's give the floor to teacher broadcaster, Sir Bernabe Senabre.
Thank you, Sir Gratela, and to all our viewers and listeners, once again, good day. Today we will be discussing frequency distribution table, and we have the following objectives of this lesson. First, we have to define frequency distribution table. Second, we have to identify the parts of frequency distribution table. And the third one, we have organized data by constructing a frequency distribution table. Before we proceed, I want you to prepare a piece of paper and a ball pen or a pencil if you have for these exercises. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. The direction is we have to answer the given problem. This is the problem. The following list shows the number of pets of 15 families. Complete the table by filling in the missing values. So these are the data of the problem. These numbers represent the number of pets of the 15 families. For those who are listening on their radio, allow me to read to you this data. You have to write down the data that I am reading here. 3, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 0. 3, 4, 1, 3, 2. Again. 3, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 0. 3, 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so these numbers again represent the number of pets of the 15 families. Now we have the table. This table is divided into 3 columns. The first column is labeled as the number of pets. Second column is the tally, and the third column is the frequency. So allow me to call this first column as the data column. Second is the tally column, and third is the frequency column. Under the data column, we have the following list of number of pets based on the given data a while ago. So allow me to read these numbers. We have 5 down to 0. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. For the tally and the frequency, some of the values are missing. So ito yung hahanapin ninyo based doon sa ibinigay ko kanina na data. Okay? So the given here, we have 5 has a tally of 1, and of course the frequency is the numerical representation of the tally. So for 4 pets, we have blank here. So ito yung hanapin ninyo. For 3 pets, we have 5. This means that for the 3 pets, merong 5 families na nagkakaroon ng 3 pets. For the 2 pets, wala, blanco tayo, so yun yung hanapin ninyo again. 1 is also blank. For 0, we have 2 families. It must have a total of 15 families based on the given data. Okay, I'll give you 20 seconds to do this. Time starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's reveal the answer. Okay, so the answer should be, for 4 pets, we have 2 families. For 2 pets, we have 2 families. And for 1 pet, we have 3 families. So the total is 15 families. Okay? Congratulations for those who got the correct answers, and for those who did not, better luck next time. Okay, so what is a frequency distribution table? And what is the relation of the previous table that we have completed a while ago with this frequency distribution table? Well, actually, the table that we have done a while ago is simply the frequency distribution table. What is a frequency distribution table? Before we answer that, we have to first give the meaning of the word frequency. What is a frequency? In statistics, it refers to the number of times a value occurs. So if certain value occurs 5 times, it means that its frequency is 5. If the value occurs 10 times, then its frequency is 10. And if the value does not occur at all, then its frequency is 0. That's frequency. Now, what is the meaning again of frequency distribution table? It refers to the table that shows an item and its frequency. As simple as that. So, frequency distribution table, as we have seen a while ago during our activity, shows different items on the number of pets and their corresponding frequency on the 3rd column. So, we see on the table the items and their frequency. So, we say that the table is a frequency distribution table. Okay? So, what are the parts of frequency distribution table? So, we have here, as what I have mentioned a while ago, that the first column of a frequency distribution table shows us the data or the items. And the second column is the tally column. Dito natin itali yung data natin, ilan sila lahat. Tapos, for the third column, we have the frequency column, the numerical representation of the tally column. And the number of rows of the table depends on the number of data in the problem or in a situation or in a certain survey. And the last row is expected to have or to show the total of the frequency. So mainly, frequency distribution table is divided into 3 main parts, and these are the 3 columns of the table. Okay, so this is an example or another example of frequency distribution table showing us the ages of grade 7 section lab students. In the first column, we have the ages expressed in years. And the second column, we have the tally. And the third column, we have the frequency. So you notice that in the first column, the data are being presented in intervals. So we have 11 to 12, 13 to 14, 15 to 16. And we have the corresponding tally and their frequency. So the total is 45. So this is an example of a frequency distribution table. Okay? So this afternoon, the frequency distribution table that we are talking about will be focusing only on the ungrouped data. For the grouped data, you can have your advanced study on the modules that will be given to you. You can search in the internet if you want. In the module, it is found in module 3, that is lesson number 2. It talks about the group data. Today, we will just discuss the ungrouped data. Okay? But you might be wondering, what's the difference between ungrouped data and the group data? Siyempre, sinabi nating ungrouped data, hindi nagrupo. Yung group data ay nagrupo siya. Simple as that. But to give you an overview, this is it. For ungrouped data, the example that we have a while ago, which is the number of pets of 15 families, is an example of ungrouped data, wherein we see the number of pets in the first column are being listed. You have 5 down to 0. For the group data, we have the ages of grade 7 section lab students. You notice that the data written on the first column are expressed in intervals. So I want you to focus on the first column to see the difference between ungrouped and group data. So this is it. For the ungrouped data, you notice that there is no interval on the given values or the given items. For the group data, there are intervals on the data. So this means that for the grouped data, yung 11 to 12 isang grupo. Yung 13 to 14, another group of data. And 15 to 16 is another group of data. So ibig sabihin, pinapangkat-pangkat yung data natin for the group data. Okay? So, this is the main difference between ungrouped data and the group data. Sana medyo naintindihan nyo or meron kayong naintindihan dito sa difference ng group at saka ungrouped data. Okay? What is the use of frequency distribution table? Most probably that would be one of the questions that comes into your mind. Another question is how to construct a frequency distribution table. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin itong mga questions na ito. Okay? How to construct a frequency distribution table. That was the second question. And for the first question, we have what's the use of frequency distribution table. To answer those questions, let us have this situation. There are 30 students in a class. The teacher asked his students to tell their favorite color. Okay? So that was the situation. Again, there are 30 students in a class. The teacher asked his students to tell their favorite color. Of course, since this class is composed of 30 students, they would also have 30 responses, and this is the result. As we see, we have 30 different colors as the response of the 30 students. For those who are listening on the radio, allow me to read the 30 colors, and you can jot down there the 30 different colors. Okay? So you have blue, yellow, blue, pink, red, pink, green, green, blue, yellow, blue, pink, green, green, pink, blue, red, green, blue, blue, pink, blue, red, yellow, green, green, pink, 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 and blue. Okay, nakuha ba? Again, blue, yellow, blue, pink, red, pink, green, green, blue, yellow, blue, pink, green, green, pink, blue, red, green, blue, blue, pink, blue, red, yellow, green, green, pink, 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 and blue. All in all, we have 30 colors. Okay? Now, there is a question. By looking at or listening to this list, can you identify the most liked color of the students and the least liked one? Ma-identify ba natin agad yung pinaka gusto ng mga estudyante na color, saka yung hindi pinaka hindi gusto ng mga estudyante? By just merely looking at this list of data or just listening to the 30 data that I have read to you. Medyo mahirap kasi bibilangin pa natin yan, no? Kung alin dyan ang color na may pinakamarami. Of course, ito yung pinaka gusto ng mga estudyante. However, kung na-express natin ang data na ito sa frequency distribution table, baka madali nating ma-identify yung pinaka-paborito na color dito. So, let's try. We have the following steps on constructing the frequency distribution table. Again, we have the 3 columns. You can create on your sheet of paper. Gumawa kayo ng table dyan na composed of 3 columns. Sa first column, we have the colors. Second column, we have the tally. And the third column, we have the frequency. As simple as that. So the title of this would be the favorite color of the students. Now, in the first column, we will write all the colors that are written on the data. Pero yung color na bumalik, considered na yun na isang color lang yan. So all in all, we have 5 colors. So we have the first color, blue. We have the second, yellow. Third is the pink. Fourth, red. And the fifth is green. So 5 colors yung na makikita natin sa data. So, ang gawin natin for the tally is bibilangin natin kung ilan lahat yung blue doon sa data. Okay? Diyan. Ilan lahat yung blue, ilan lahat yung yellow, ilan lahat yung pink, ilan lahat yung red, at saka yung green, ilan lahat. Bibilangin natin, sulat natin doon sa tally column. Okay? Okay, so, ang mangyayari ganito. So, the tally is shown here that the blue would have the frequency of 9. Yellow would have 3, pink is 8, red is 2, green is 8. Okay? And of course, the total should be 30. Ayan. So, i-compare natin itong table doon sa list of data. So, alin sa dalawa yung madali lang natin ma-identify yung most liked color? Of course, dito sa table. Bakit? Kasi, tingnan lang natin yung frequency. Kung alin yung color na may highest frequency, siya yung most liked color. And that is the blue color, because the blue color has the highest frequency. And the second question is, what is the least liked color? Again, tingnan natin yung frequency. May pinakamababang frequency is the red color. So, siya yung pinaka hindi paborito ng mga estudyante doon sa data. Okay? So, mas madali siyang ma-identify kapag na sulat na siya in a tabular form, and we call it as the frequency distribution table. Okay? So, we see the importance of the use of frequency distribution table. Being the first step in analyzing statistical data, it helps in number one, organizing and summarizing the data in tabular format. So, doon sa frequency distribution table, naka-organize yung data, naka-arrange siya, tapos naka-summarize. Sa list of data, nandoon lahat yung 30 colors, pero sa frequency distribution table, yung 5 colors na naka-arrange na. Second, we have it helps us in interpreting the data. So, madali lang nating ma-interpret yung data. Ito palang kulay nito ang pinaka maraming nagkagusto. Ito pala yung katamtaman lang. Ito pala yung kakonti lang yung nagkakagusto ng kulay. The third one, we are able, or it helps us in identifying the extreme values easily. Madali lang natin malalaman sa table kung aling values ang may pinaka marami at saka may pinaka maliit na frequency. Okay? So, those are some of the use or the importance of using the frequency distribution table. Okay? This time, it's now your turn to create a frequency distribution table. Are you ready? So, get your paper and ball pen and create a frequency distribution table based on this given problem. So, we have the problem. A group of 20 persons gathered together to receive COVID-19 vaccine. They are classified according to DOH Vaccination Prioritization Framework. So, alam natin na na-classify tayo based doon sa Department of Health's Prioritization Framework. For Group A, ito yung mga tao na nabilang sa Group A. Workers, all senior citizens, down to indigent population. So, Group A is subdivided into subgroups from A1 down to A5. For Group B, we have teachers, government workers, essential workers, down to the remaining workforce, kasali na yung overseas Filipino workers natin. So, from B1 to B6. However, this grouping is not the latest one because there are changes made by the DOH. Yung nasa B1, yung mga teachers kami, nailipat na kami doon sa A group. Sa A4 na kami kasi we belong to uniformed personnel and we are considered to be one of the frontliners of this pandemic time. But we are not concerned on the subgroups. Yung concern natin dito sa paggawa ng table natin is yung main groups tayo. Yung Group A, Group B, and the third one is the Group C. Yung Group C, ito yung mga Filipinos na hindi nabilong sa Group A and Group B. Okay, so Group A, Group B, and Group C lang tayo. Yun lang yung concern natin. So, ito yung data natin. 20 persons to receive COVID-19 vaccine. They are gathered together. Allow me to read to you. And you can write down on your paper the 20 persons being represented by the group they belong. Okay, so we have A, B, C, A, C. A, B, B, C, 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 B, C, C, A, B, C. All in all, we have 20 persons. Again, A, B, C, A, C, A, B, B, C, 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 B, C, C, A, B, C. Okay, so I'll give you, I guess, 60 seconds to create the frequency distribution table for this data. Are you ready? Of course, you're always ready. Time starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's see kung tama yung nagawa ninyong frequency distribution table. Okay? First is we have to write the title. 20 persons to receive COVID-19 vaccine. Then we create the table with 3 columns. Palagi yung 3 columns kasi frequency distribution table yung ginagawa natin. In the first column, the data column, would be the persons. Pwede rin priority group or kung gusto niyo group lang yung lagay niyo dyan, walang problema. For the second column, always we have the tally. And for the third column, we have the frequency. Okay? So, I hope nagawa niyo yan. The next one is to write the groups of the persons in the first column. So, ilang grupo ba yun? Tingnan natin. So, we have only 3 groups. Of course, Group A, Group B, and Group C. Kasi yung sabi ko kanina, doon lang tayo sa main groups. Yun ang yung concern natin. Kasi masyadong marami na yung isali natin yung subgroups. Okay, let's have the tally based on the given data. Bibilangin natin kung ilan doon yung Group A, ilan doon yung Group B, ilan doon yung Group C. So, it should be the result. Okay? So, kung nagawa nyo ito, congratulations. So, Group A would have a frequency of 7. This means that sa 20 persons doon, may 7 tao doon na belong sa Group A. For Group B, we have 5 persons, and for Group C, we have 8. So, you see, with the use of the frequency distribution table, madali lang natin ma-identify yung number of persons na nandoon. Of course, the total should be 20. Kasi 20 persons yung given. Again, Group A has a frequency of 7, Group B 5, and Group C 8. Total of 20 persons. For those who got all the correct answers for creating the table, congratulations. And for those who did not, better luck next time. Okay? So, for your assignment, abangan ninyo ang next episode ng Salida Teleradyo of the La Filipina National High School. That's all for today. Sana may natutunan kayo sa araw na ito. Once again, have a nice day. Bye-bye.
That was great. Thank you, Sir Bernabe. And thank you, viewers and listeners, for tuning in. I hope you have learned something today. Once again, I am your teacher host, Sir Ariel, saying, if math is hard and so is life, then get over it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.